Okay, we're recording. Welcome to our team call. My name is Ellen, and I lead Team Play Hard. You guys are all a part of that team. And the name of this call tonight is called You Don't Need Permission. And I really, really hope that you'll take notes. If you don't have anything to take notes with, go ahead and, I don't care if you leave for a second and grab a pen and paper. You will get more out of these calls if you plan on taking notes when you're here. While some of you are doing that, Bobby's doing that, I want to thank you so much for taking your precious time. I know that you are all busy people, and I respect you and your time, and I want to thank you for making this a priority. And I never want to just give you fluff just for the sake of leading a team call. I want to give you real practical stuff. And I just returned from the New Leader Conference. I was a 2014 Premier Coach this last year, which was a huge honor, and I only have that honor because of you guys. Truly, it is a reflection of my team. So I feel okay gloating about it because it's not me. It's what you guys have done. It's the culture that we have, and it was an honor to be there. So I learned more. I learned more than I ever have about being a leader. I've talked to some of you. I've talked to, I think, Bobby and Emily and Embers about how it was actually a very humbling experience because I sort of thought I was doing a great job as a leader. And after being at this New Leader Conference, it was very humbling because I realized there's so much more to being a great leader. There's so much more that I could be doing and offering, and I'm so excited, and it's too much for me to share with you in one team call, but I took just impeccable notes, and I will probably be giving you guys team calls for weeks on what I learned at this New Leader Conference. I'm going to be changing the way I manage team Play Hard and include you guys in that. So I just wanted to let you know I'm high off of that experience, and I already was giving you guys 100%, but some of it just was maybe not applied. Some of my energy and time maybe not applied as efficiently as it could have been. So I'm excited to be a better leader. And oops, let's see. If you missed last week's team call, Lindsay, that's so cute. If you missed, last week's team call about coaching codes, I would really recommend you go back and watch that recording. It's on my YouTube channel. It's also in Team Play Hard. If you missed that one, set up your coaching codes. And let's see. Okay. I'm going to start with a little bit of recognition just on Success Club. It always takes a couple of days to get the final count for Success Club. So Amanda was the rock star. Woo! She beat Fuji out in the Success Club war. She was our leader. So I just want to quickly shout out Amanda with 13 points. That's going to help towards the cruise. And Heather Aiello, who is not on, I hope she listens to the recording, brand new coach, 10 Success Club points. Susie Knowlton, 10 Success Club points. I mean, Northern California blowing things up. Emily Langloy, 8 points. Jen Fuji, 8 points. Shannon Hoke, 8 points. Those are big numbers, you guys. Christina Mick, 6. Kara Churchill, 6. Jen Embers, 6. And Jake Shevitz, 5. So you guys all will be entered. I'm going to do a raffle right now, and I'm going to raffle off 21 Day Fix containers, and I'm going to send them to the raffle winner. And without taking too much time, just so you know, the people that hit Success Club 10, which is Amanda, Heather, and Susie, their names are in here twice because they hit Success Club 10. Emily, Fuji, Shannon, Christina, Kara, Embers, and Jake, their names are in here once. And you guys are all part of Team Play Hard, so that's my raffle, and you'll get, I'll mail you the 21 Day Fix containers. Oh, there's Fuji. And those of you that are personally sponsored by me.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but you can see the part about me beating Fuji now that she's on here.
Okay, let's just go back. Let's go back to the part where I said Amanda was the Success Club queen. Woo-hoo.
Good job, girl.
Okay, thank you.
And Emily tied, but wanted a trophy, but she's got to do it next February, baby, February. Okay, so the other thing is just real quickly, if you're personally sponsored by me, which not all of you are, and you hit Success Club, you're going to get a little something from me, okay? All right, but this is just about the 21 Day Fix containers. Ready? Susie Nelson! And I did everyone's initials. SK. I'm like, who's SK? Susie Nelson! So I will be sending her well-deserved 21 Day Fix containers. And then I need Amanda, Emily, Fuji, Christy Mick, Kara Churchill, and Jen Embers. Just because they're personally sponsored by me, they'll be getting a little tiny something from me as well. Okay, moving on. The title of this call is You Do Not Need Permission. I want to give credit to Trina Gray for really providing a lot of these thoughts. So I listened to her lecture and I kind of put it into my own words and took really good notes. And so a lot of these sentiments are coming from Trina Gray, and I just want to give credit. I want to give credit to her. Trina Gray is a superstar coach, and she was one of the speakers at our event. Okay. Another thing I want to say before I get into the heart of that is that if you're a new coach, some of the material might be a little heavy tonight, and I just wanted to encourage you that is because I'm talking about leadership, and you might be a new coach on or listening to the call, and you're like, whoa, I'm not ready to lead a team. I'm not ready to create a tribe of my own. Like, I don't even know how to sign up a coach. So I want to encourage you, if that's where you're at tonight, and say that a lot of this business is like jumping off a cliff and then growing your wings on the way down. Jeff Hill said that in one of our opening ceremonies, and he actually said it in a different context, but it resonated with me in this context. When I decided to become a coach, I felt like that. I felt like I jumped off a cliff and I didn't have the wings to fly. I didn't have the money to pay for Shakeology. I didn't have it. But I grew my wings on the way down. I remember then learning I needed to run challenge groups. And I was like a little afraid. And I don't know how to do that. And I don't know how to invite it. I don't want to come across as salesy. But I jumped off, and I didn't know if I would do it right. Like I didn't know if I would do a challenge group right. I didn't know the right way. I'd never done one before. What if it was lame? And I jumped off that cliff many, 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 many times because I've never not run a challenge group. And I jump off that cliff, and sometimes my wings don't fly on the way down because the challenge group bombs, and then sometimes they do. They fly. I didn't know how to sign up my first coach. And you just figure it out. You figure it out. You call your upline. You call coach relations. You do some research yourself, however you do it. I had to jump off that cliff without wings. I didn't know. When I was a coach and I heard Super Saturday, you need a Super Saturday. Coaches do Super Saturdays. I didn't want to do one. I was afraid. I was afraid of failing. I was afraid. I didn't want to do it. But I jumped off that cliff. And I hosted a Super Saturday because there weren't any in Eugene, Oregon, none. I jumped off. Bobby, did you want to talk or are you waving?
What's a Super Saturday exactly?
Awesome, thank you. Okay, love it. It is a quarterly Beachbody event that you either go to or you host. And I'm sure in Santa Cruz, someone there is having one, and it'll be listed. The next one is April. The next one's in April, Bobby, and there will be some in you don't have to be on the same team. Like there will be, people from other teams come to mine. And so I didn't know how to do it. Like they were gonna email me a PowerPoint presentation and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm scared. I don't really want to. It'd be easier for me to just not do it. But I did it. I jumped off, and maybe I failed. My first one had 3 people. Now it's a full house. Not a house, it's a full rec center. I didn't know how to mentor new coaches. In fact, I did a horrible job at it as I was becoming a coach, as I was my first year. I have so many coaches that quit because I didn't know how to lead them. But little by little, you get better and you get better and you get better. And I have wings now. Now I know how to mentor coaches. And not that I don't have more to learn, because I do. Fit club. I learned some Beachbody coaches have fit clubs. I didn't know how to do it. I was afraid. What if I fail? I don't know what a fit club looks like, but I jumped off and I held one, many, in a park. And Coach Basics, we got Coach Basics. The company developed Coach Basics. Leaders were supposed to run Coach Basics. I didn't know how. I didn't want to do it. What if I failed? It was the same thing, but I did it. I led. I decided to just be a leader and do it. And then another example, and then I'll move on because I think I've made my point, is Zoom. I heard 6 months. 6 months before I started doing a team Zoom chat, that leaders, diamond coaches, are running Zooms weekly with their teams. I knew it for 6 months. I was afraid that I wouldn't even know how to set up an account because I'm not tech savvy. Actually, I'm becoming tech savvy. Thank you, Beachbody. But I'm not naturally good at the computer. And I was afraid, like, I don't know how to set up a Zoom. I know that all the diamond coaches are lead. And so I finally decided on my way home from Bernie, California, driving home, I decided I'm going to commit to a weekly coach call on Zoom. I will figure it out, and if I fail, I was so scared. Like, what if there are tech problems? What if people can't sign on? What if I look stupid? But I did it anyway. And so my point is, this whole call is going to be about leadership. You don't need my permission. You don't need Beachbody's permission to be a leader. You just do it. You find your way. It doesn't need to be my way. You just find your way. If you want to be a leader, and if you're listening to this recording or you're on this call, you are a leader. It's in you. Because if you're a discount coach, you're not listening to team calls. You're not even checking the Facebook page to know there is one. If you're on this call or you're listening to the recording, you are a leader. And you don't need permission. So now back to what Trina Gray had to say. Imitation, you can write this down if you want, is the fastest way to failure. That's very freeing. Imitation is the fastest way to failure. She gave a great analogy of Whitney Houston, of The Voice, the show The Voice, how there's always these people that want to sing Whitney Houston on The Voice, and that the judges are always like, did you have to pick a Whitney song? There's only one Whitney Houston. Like, only Whitney does Whitney. And she gave that example, that imitation is the fastest way to failure. There's only one Christine Dwyer. There's only, and if you're a new coach and you're like, who are these people? You need to find out, and you need to find them on Facebook. You need to follow them on Instagram, and they're some of the top coaches that work for our company. So I'm going to rattle off some names. There's only one Christine Dwyer. I'm not going to be her. You're not going to be her. There's only one Lindsay Matway. She was top coach last year. There's only one Amy Silverman. There's only one Melanie Mitro. I could go on. Only one Scotty Hobbs, only one Wayne Wyatt. There's only one. And so we just need to find us, you. You need to find you. and jump off the cliff into leadership, and maybe you'll fail. Like some of my challenge groups have bombed miserably. You know, sometimes we do have problems on Zoom chats, echoes, and my dogs will start barking, or I'll be in a fight with my husband and it's time to do a Zoom chat. I mean, sometimes stuff happens and you can't wait till it's like, if I would have waited till I felt ready to become a mom, I would never be a mom. When would I have ever felt ready? Like I'd be a good mom. I wouldn't have ever felt like that. It's just, you know, lead. Okay, so imitation is the fastest way to failure. No one needs to give you permission to find your own way. An example Trina Gray gave is that she decided that her vibe, her brand, her team is about family and family time. And so she, like, for her Super Saturday, they booked like a campground and they made it an overnight family camp. And yes, they did the PowerPoint presentation somewhere in there with the Super Saturday, but no one had to give her permission. She's her own boss. She decided to lead, and she just decided, I'm gonna do my Super Saturday overnight at the campgrounds and have everyone bring their families. Another point she made is that comparison will kill you. It'll kill you. It'll paralyze you. If you try to be someone else, if I try to be Melanie Mitro, I'm going to be so discouraged so fast because I'm not her and I lack her skills. Trina said that one of her coaches was very paralyzed at Diamond Rank, very stuck there at Diamond Rank, and very discouraged. And Trina reached out to her and said, well, what are you good at? What do people respond to? And she's like, people respond when I make videos in my challenge groups. That's really all. Molly. People respond to my videos. I make videos, like impromptu videos. That's what people respond to. And Trina's like, well, lead by making videos. So this coach started videoing all of her leadership, which is actually funny because I thought of Fuji, because that's what Fuji does. She leads by video. Look at CJ's Diamond Mine was very different than Fuji's, whatever we called it, Push to Diamond group. Different leadership. No one had to give CJ permission to do it CJ's way. No one had to give Fuji permission to do it her way. She just decided, I'm going to video every day, a personal video to the people in this group every day. And I'm going to take a lot of time and thoughtfully respond to each one of them. That's going to be how I lead. So you have to find your way, and comparison will paralyze you. So I want you to write this down. This is your homework. I hate to use that word, but you could do it right now even. Identify your top 3 strengths. Identify your top 3 strengths. An example being like that girl, her strength was making these fun videos. And then identify 2 to 3 things that you see in other leaders that you like. Which leaders do you like? Which leaders do you not like? What do you like? What do you like when you look at the leaders in our company? Identify 2 to 3 leaders. When you listen to the National Wake Up Call, you guys, and there's obviously a top coach talking, follow them on it, find them, follow them. Okay, this is so cool. I needed this, you guys. I needed this point. I needed to hear this. Branch out, but stay rooted to the family tree. Branch out, but stay rooted to the family tree. Write that down. Branch out, but stay rooted to the family tree. Do you ever feel confused about which team to be a part of in your upline? I did until 2 days ago. I totally did. I didn't know. I felt confused. I felt obligated to participate in some groups, guilty if I didn't, confused, not wanting to be spread thin in too many groups. And Trina Gray said, you don't need permission to not stay connected to the groups you don't want to. So it's not like take your ball and go home. I don't like this group. But find the group or groups, maybe 2, maybe 3, at least one or 2, that you like their vibe. And I wrote the word vibe in huge letters, capitals, and I circled it because I really liked that word. What group or groups in your upline do you really like their vibe? And when you find that group, give back, contribute, be in that one, participate, comment, like, contribute to it, be a part of that group. I really needed that because the team, and I don't want to call it my team, I don't want to use the name my, but it is my organization down, but it's really, I would say it's our team, it's us. Our team is Team Play Hard. My upline, who sponsored me, is Kelly Amos. Her team is True Inspiration. Her upline, you should probably write this down, is Team Fit Finances. She's a millionaire. Her name's Holly Hireman. And there's over 1,000 coaches in that group. There's about 300 in mine. There's over 1,000 coaches in Holly Hireman's group. It's Team Fit Finances. Above her is Christine Dwyer. And that's Platinum Presenters. Christine Dwyer is the founding coach in our organization. She is a multi-millionairess. She is a 3 Business Center Superstar 15 Diamond coach. And I'm going to do a couple caveats here. So above, wherever you are, maybe you're in Team Inspired Fitness, then there's my team, Team Play Hard. I don't want to use the word my, but for the sake of this, then above me there's True Inspiration, Kelly's group, Team Fit Finances, Holly's group, and Platinum Presenters. Now you need to know that I'm in all of those groups, and I filter what I think you guys need, and I funnel it into Team Play Hard. So when I find something that I think is valuable and fits our vibe and is necessary and good training, I am going to bring it to you, but you can be added to any of those groups. If you're not, I will put them in there, and then you decide where you want to be. Okay? Really quickly, write this down, and it's a little bit of a caveat. www.platinumpresenters.com. That is Christine Dwyer's platinumpresenters.com. It's a website. You need to log in and create a username and password, and it takes a few days for her to approve you to make sure that you are in fact a platinum presenter, which you guys all are. And she does. She's a multi-millionaire, and she provides a lot of information and coaching. And you should all have access to Platinum Presenters website. It has good coaching videos that explain the business and a lot of things in there. Okay, so Trina Gray is under Janelle Summers, who's what's her name? Shalene Johnson. Shalene Johnson's sister. Trina is under Janelle Summers, who is under Christine Dwyer. So Trina doesn't put her coaches in Janelle or Christine's groups. She just funnels to her team what she thinks is pertinent in there. But also along that note, you guys, it's really cool that we're that close to Christine Dwyer. You are that close to her business center. You're that close. Team Play Hard, True Inspiration, Team Fit Finances, Platinum Presenters. Because, some teams are like, 500 teams down. Okay, so what is your vibe? Think about that. What is your vibe? Trina Gray suggests that once you are a diamond coach, that you create your own team and team name. I say, because I don't need permission to be different than Trina Gray, I say that whenever you decide you're a leader, Whenever you decide you're a leader, maybe you're an emerald and you have 2 coaches, but you've decided you are going to lead, then create your own team. You don't have to wait till you're diamond. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna kind of wrap up here because we're just about out of time. Melanie Mitro, another top coach, Melanie Mitro, is this total like mom, like stay home mom. That's her niche. That's her vibe. That's her customer market. That's her coach market. Stay home moms that don't want to take their kids to daycare, that want to make money, that want to be home. Lindsay Matway, our top coach, just kind of looks like a porn star, loves Jesus. She's got her own vibe. Trina Gray owns gyms, full-time job as a gym owner, and has absolutely no desire not to work full-time. She doesn't have this. We don't have to aspire to be able to fire our boss and quit our job to be a Team Beachbody coach. She loves working full-time with this gym. Amy Silverman, total Pacific Northwesterner with the purple hair and the nose ring and the tattoos and her own vibe, very real, uncensored, unfiltered. What you see is what you get. And the reason I was just sort of threw those names out there is they're so different. One other thing that's interesting that I was thinking about is Melanie Mitro is actually the total stay-home mom, is under Lindsay Matway. And Melanie Mitro does her business so differently. Do you think she like called up Lindsay Matway and said, can I get your permission to be my own boss and do my own thing and run my business my way? No, she just decided to step out and lead. Melanie Mitro just decided, I want to lead. I'm going to do it this way. And so I guess that's the point of this first call. My first takeaway from the New Leader Conference is you do you. You do you. Think about your vibe. Think about the kind of culture you want to create, and know that you don't need permission to do things differently. You don't need permission. I mean, look at Fuji. She's taken off and run her business and set up trainings her way. She didn't ask my permission. She just decided to lead, to step up and lead, and that's what I want. And it'll look different for each of us. It'll look uniquely different, our leadership and our tribe. So let's see. I'm gonna pick up here kind of next week with the whole you do you theme, and I'm gonna apply that theme of you do you to how that translates practically into how you will recruit, and how you'll recruit, how you will attract people to you, and how you should be looking for coaches. So I'm going to take this theme of you don't need permission and you need to jump off the cliff and grow wings on the way down, or not. Sometimes we just kind of fall. So I want to take that theme, I'll feed it into our topic next week, and that is all I have for you guys at 6:31. Let me unmute and take questions, or you can unmute yourself if you.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry I was late.
Look at my shirt.
I know, I saw it. I love your shirt. So it's such a great topic and I didn't know, because we didn't talk about this call in advance like we normally do, and I didn't know you were doing this topic tonight. And I had the 7-day boots on the ground new coach training call tonight at 5 o'clock, and I had all kinds of horrible technical difficulties. It was the worst technical Zoom call I've ever had. It's like my worst nightmare on crack. But the whole theme of the call was you be you as you launch your Beachbody business. So it's so perfect, and they are married to each other. And that I want those coaches who are a part of our organization to be a part of next week's team call. And going forward in their homework this week, the whole concept is how do you be you, and exactly what you're going to lead into. So it's just such a great fit, because it goes to show that whether you're starting as a coach today, which Tracy, who was on our 7-day call today, just signed up yesterday. And we had me and Jen and, and you, and now you're 4-star, and we've got this new coach, but it's still the same theme. You be you, and how do you be you, and where do you go, and how do you do it? And it starts from the moment you become a coach through learning as you go along, whether you're 1, 2, 5, or 10-star, you're constantly evolving as you, and how do you do it? So it's a great theme because it's timeless. It's like the perfect black little dress.
Another thought that I had is because I would imagine when I signed up as a new coach, if I heard a call like this, I think I'd be a little intimidated by the monstrosity of the idea of leading an organization and creating a team. And I think that probably would have freaked me out a little bit. So I do want to say that this business will unfold for you. It just will unfold for you. When you need to take the next step, you don't do it all at once. You don't one day have to set up a Super Saturday and set up a Zoom and set up a new coach basics training, and you don't have to lead this and lead team call. You don't have to do it all. It just will evolve at whatever pace it's going to evolve for you. But it takes courage to keep taking the steps of leadership. Like when I opened the call, I don't even know if Fuji was on yet. When I opened the call and I shared all those things, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Every single one of those things, signing up my first coach, sending my first new coach letter, registering for a Super Saturday, setting up a fit club, opening Zoom, every single step, I honestly was very afraid of failing. Every single step, signing up as a coach, every single step in this business has scared me, and I just move forward because I'm a leader and I want to move forward, and I need to move forward, and I don't want to be paralyzed. I want to keep going, but it does take courage. It takes courage, and so that's one of the takeaways, and the other is just we'll go more into it next week, but you don't need permission. You don't need it from me. You don't need it from Fuji. Jake could step out and do something completely different, and it will be great. Or Susie Nolan. I mean, Amanda I've never done a shake and share. I've never really led a shake and share. She's done 3. She's a leader. She's like, no one needs to give me permission to do a shake and share. I think Susie Knowlton did one too, right?
She did, and I had never done a shake and share, and I went to her shake and share, and she kicked it out of the box. It was awesome. I think too, what you're saying is that, and I said this tonight, you can't do everything right now, and there's so many things to do in this business. What you can do is do what you can do now. So whether that means if you're a new coach, if you can come out of the box and announce yourself, or you're a 4-star diamond and you can go back to your team and share what you learned at leadership conference, do what you can do now.
Yeah. Good one. Today. Anyone else?
Lindsay's on this call, I see.
I know.
And Lindsay was on my bomb of my Zoom call.
I know. They're zoomed out. So was Bobby, huh?
Yes.
Okay, when Amanda comes back, let's have you guys smile and I'll take a picture. Okay, ready?
Oh, hi, Jake.
Wait, look at the hole. Okay, I'll screenshot that later. I'll post a video. Any other questions before we go? Love you guys. Really, I do. It's going to be a great
Thanks,
year.
Ellen.
Okay.
Thank you, Ellen.
Bye, guys.
Bye.